what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. We are back yet again to talk about crypto news. We're going to talk about some XRP news that is very interesting. Crypto Alpha, you guys know we have the Crypto Breakfast Club coming up in about 14 minutes. So if you guys are unfamiliar with that, we do a space on X every Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern up until 11:30 a.m. Eastern every Monday through Friday. And this kind of turns into this live stream that we start. But XRP right now going against the grain, both Bitcoin and Ethereum down in the red here a little bit today. But XRP starting to pop up. And you guys know that I have some open positions in XRP that I'm trading over on Margex. That's my affiliate that you guys can see at the top right of the screen there. Margex, no KYC exchange. Great place to trade. Very easy, very intuitive. You could trade up to 100x leverage on Bitcoin, Ethereum. And the way I handle leverage trading is I take a portion of my portfolio to go in there. So I want to show you a couple of my trades right now that I've got open here over on Margex. And we'll start there, and then we'll get into some of the news with XRP. And we've got a lot to get into here because XRP's got a lot of things working right now. And there are some interesting people that are usually not very bullish on XRP that actually are turning bullish on XRP. This has been a trend that I've seen for a while. Now, they're not necessarily like XRP maxis or anything like that, but they're looking at this strictly from a price standpoint, saying, okay, this is looking like a good opportunity for a trade, right? If anything else. And I mean, I'll show you guys where I'm at right now. This is a 18x leverage play right now on XRP that I opened up at 53 cents. And I'm showing this to you guys because I want you to show, I want to be able to show you guys my conviction when it comes to XRP. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I just think down at 50 cents, there's so much support right now that it's one of the best trades in crypto because we have so many things happening with ETFs. We have a ton of things happening with RLUSD, the stable coin. We have a ton of things happening with the market at large and just altcoins. And then when we take all of that and look at XRP holistically here, it's been kind of depressed for a while, the price. And to me, it's that, pretty low risk that you have getting into XRP right now and a pretty high reward. Right. So that's kind of what I'm looking at as an interesting opportunity here with XRP. And, this position here, I'm up almost 90%. We opened it just under 53%. And this one here is my best open position. It's a 20x leverage play on XRP. We opened underneath 52 cents. We're up 129% on that move. So this is what I'm talking about. We slowly but surely like to acquire more XRP through these leverage moves. Now, this was the story that kind of caught my eye. I thought this was very interesting. Gary Cardone, who's an avid Bitcoiner, right, says XRP launchpad is green, set for astronomical price surge. And again, this is somebody who doesn't necessarily love XRP, right? Pretty much a Bitcoin maxi, but could be looking at this as a short-term play. And, I saw even like Da Vinci was talking about this as well not too long ago, how he thought XRP was at an interesting price point, that there could be a play there for them, for all of us to make in terms of a trade. Now, we recently rose up to about 66 cents. That's kind of where we have some resistance up there. I think once we break through that, 75 to 80 cents could be happening, especially with all the news that Grayscale, put out there recently, how they're trying to convert their large cap fund to an ETF. And what we're talking about there is, the likes of XRP, Solana, AVAX in this large cap fund, along with Bitcoin, Ethereum. But you're able then to get some exposure to some of these other top projects. And those top projects listed there again in the large cap fund, Solana, XRP, and Avalanche in that order in terms of portfolio allocation for Grayscale. Now, not only are they vying now for that large cap ETF, they also have an individual trust, which we've talked about, which usually leads to an individual ETF. We know that Bitwise has already filed their application for a XRP ETF. We know that Canary Capital has already done that as well. So where there's smoke, there's fire right now with XRP. And Gary Cardone, again, not somebody you would suspect when you think about, somebody getting bullish on XRP. But Gary Cardone has stirred excitement with a cryptic tweet suggesting that XRP is on the brink of a major development. Now, he said, metaphorically describing an impending development concerning XRP, XRP Launchpad is green. Proceed with launch codes, Cardone wrote, hinting that XRP could soon make a significant price leap. This disclosure comes at a time when XRP's price trajectory has been largely subdued and unimpressive. But again, I've been talking about this as a positive simply because it's not a high risk play, right? On the daily time frame, XRP posts a 0.17% decline with a modest 2.3% gain in the past week. Again, we are seeing that tick up a little bit. We'll take a look at the chart here in just a minute. I'll give you guys my thoughts on that. At this price point, which we're back up over 55 cents right now, Cardone has sparked optimism in the community, suggesting XRP is about to launch, as he emphasized that the launch pad is green. While he did not provide specific details, the implication is that XRP may be approaching a critical moment that could lead to a price surge. And the XRP community obviously loved it, as well as mixed reactions from skeptics. As many people, that are bullish on XRP, they do have a lot of skeptics. They have a lot of people just fed up. And the thing that I have to, address here, I think, is something that maybe not enough people think about or talk about. And it's the fact that XRP's price has artificially been depressed for the last 4 years because of this lawsuit. Like, we cannot forget that. You know what I mean? We can't forget that XRP has been pressed down for 4 years. 4 years. And that sucks, but there's nothing we can do about, the last 4 years when it comes to XRP. But now we have more clarity than ever with XRP. It's not a security on the retail side. So despite this lawsuit still having an appeal and all of this, there's no reason for us to believe that XRP couldn't go to, I believe, $4 or $5 in this cycle. Now, some may say, Zach, we want more than that. Okay, that's fine. Whatever your plan is with XRP, but I'm happy as hell with an 8 to 10x, especially one where there's not a lot of risk of the price going down from currently where we are. And you have to navigate that. It's not just about, I want to get an 8 to 10x. It's how likely is that to happen? Where is the crypto by market cap? Are they actively building in the space? Do we know that for a fact? In addition to that, are you looking at this from what's undervalued and what's not? And XRP, to me, is severely undervalued. Severely undervalued. Given what they bring to the table, severely undervalued. It's Summers just became a member. What's up, brother? Appreciate that. Good morning, everybody. I see y'all in the chat. Was Form C submitted? We'll take a look at that. Waiting in a statement from Stuart or Brad. Yeah. Oh, okay. We're waiting for a statement on the Form C. Did you see how Crow with Knife was up 98% last night? No, I did not, Carlos. Brian's in the house. Good morning, bro. Ripple just absolutely relentless with the SEC. Yeah, I mean, and most companies, we've talked about this before, Oscar. Most companies would have folded like a cheap lawn chair. They'd have been done. They'd have threw the towel in and let the SEC just basically wreck them. But Ripple's well funded. You know what I'm saying? Ripple has the ability to fight it, and they did. And regardless of how you feel about XRP, I firmly believe this. Ripple's fighting for the whole industry. They're not just fighting for people who own XRP. They're fighting for the entire industry. The entire industry. And if you don't understand how big this is, that we need a precedent set, and it's going to happen with what comes out of Ripple, then you have to think twice, because this is the quote unquote example that the XRP, that the SEC is putting forth right now. They're using Ripple XRP as an example of, what they want to do here in terms of, well, for the last 4 years, hold the market down, right? But they can't, because retail money is still pouring in to a lot of the markets, a lot of different assets, right? Have you seen Underwise on Sol up 2%? No, I have not seen that, bro. Rickaroo, what's up, bro? 14-day deadline is from the filing, not docketing. So the SEC missed the deadline, possibly unless a digital file error occurred. Got you. Mind looking at Wolf on ETH. $2 donation. We'll take a look at it for you real quick. Landwolf on ETH, ending in 7E69 or OX67. I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Looks pretty good. Looks really good, actually. $63 million market cap, almost 12,000 holders, good volume. Contracts. I mean, we've went through this one before. Man, I didn't know that we had come up all the way this way from the beginning of September. Now it looks really good. Holding the line nicely. Just kind of waiting to take off again, it looks like. I'm going to keep this one on the radar. I like it. I like it a lot, DM or DR. Man, let's go. Let's go, Tribe. I'm an Indians fan or Guardians fan. I can't say Guardians. But the Yankees, man, they look good. They do look good. Took a break for a few months. Still holding my bags and still have my XT algo going. Just had to zoom out, homie, from all the red candles days for a bit. I hear you, bro. I totally get that. I totally get that. Let's go, Chris. Hell yeah, bro. I'm going to grab my phone here. We're going to get the Breakfast Club started, guys. Hold on one sec. Got to get the Breakfast Club going, baby. Let's go. Pirates, friend. Come on, Summers. Hey, that's how it goes, though. In our neck of the woods, right? It's 50-50. Yeah, bro. We're going to fire up the space here. SEC's filing appeal docs for the public right now. Yep. All right, guys, we're going to fire it up here. Get the space rocking and rolling. Oh, we got to play our theme music. Hold on. All right. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Breakfast Club. We are back in the house. crypto news and alpha. We've got some good XRP news swirling, some good positive price action from XRP too, up a little bit today, back up to 55 cents. I'm loving my positions that I've got right now on leverage on XRP. I don't go heavy into leverage, but I did open up a few leverage positions not too long ago. I just love, we've got strong support down there around 50 cents. And I just don't think we're going to go back down there for a little bit. Even amid like these pullbacks, we've seen XRP show strength. A lot of people will say like, oh, you know, XRP, it's like a stable coin. It doesn't move and it's not fun. And, oh, it's not volatile. And it's like, yeah, but there's still ways to play that market. You know what I mean? There's still ways to play those type of assets. And for me, it's to go long, especially when they're, you know, sitting a little above support lines. You've got a lot of positive news swirling around, you know, coming out of Ripple's swell. And so I'm pretty confident there with some of those positions I opened up. But that's one thing that's happening. Bitcoin taking a little bit of a pullback, pretty flat, honestly, in the overall market, down about 1%. And we do have some cryptos on the move. A couple meme coins, Popcat and Mogcoin, both top 100s, up slightly here today. XRP, along with Injective. The freaking FTX token is up 14%, but I don't even know what to think about that. I guess it's just the repayments happening right now. I don't think necessarily people are buying the token. I think they're just the price is coming up because they're getting money back and then they're selling it right back off. I don't know, unless there's like a meme coin element to this thing now. I don't know, but I don't think so. That's just my growing sentiment there. Aptos is up a little bit. Helium is up a little bit. Tau in the green slightly after some red days. I think Tau on that pullback was I think some really good opportunities there to make some plays. We've got a couple of the Trump coins moving this morning in the meme coin market. Super Trump, which is one I've talked about before. And again, keep your eyes open here on the election and political meme coins. I think there's going to be there are some opportunities. We got some price pumps from some of those. MAGA is up 22%. I know Zach would be excited about that. It's at a $70 million market cap. So that's looking interesting. Donald Trump, that's the one that I've been on for a while. That one sitting at 36.75 mil, starting to curl up a little bit, consolidate. I think one or two or maybe all three of these are the largest, some of the largest ones. There's another MAGA, right? That's like even bigger than that. I think bigger than the one that you're on, right, Zach? It might be. I think there was. Am I right in saying that there was an original one, right?
Yeah, MAGA. I forgot which one it was, but yeah, now I'm watching the MAGA stuff, all the political stuff. Obviously, I'm watching that very closely. I did take a day off of trading yesterday and today because I'm closing my hotel. So I got out of some positions because I know if I went back to it after 24 hours, it'd probably be toast. So I'm kind of just watching, the market, see what's going on. Bitcoin's 10% away from its all-time high. So talking bullish, but I have to just take a couple of days off of trading so I can close. So yeah, I'm kind of crazy busy, but I'm watching the market and everything that's going on. And our sponsorship project, they're doing well. A bunch of other projects are doing well. So like I always say, take your profits on the way up. Slow and steady, you'll win the race 100%. And just like Larry says, and I'm a big fan of Larry on this one, you need some money on the side. So if you can put, at least 50% of your profits into a stable. In case the market crashes tomorrow, you can buy the red. And that's how the rich get richer. And I always talk about that. Some guy brought up staking in the Breakfast Club today. Maybe we can talk about that later. And I'll give my opinion on the whole staking thing. It's kind of crazy. It's probably not public opinion or anything, but it's my opinion on staking stuff. But yeah, just watching the market. Everything's gravy. Everything's looking good. So I know it's down a little bit, but listen, we're at 66K in Bitcoin. If you're not buying the ETF plays, I think you're not, you're a little bit foolish. So yeah, that's what I got right now.
No, that's good stuff, bro. And it's good to hear you're going to be going all in on crypto. I know you like this time of year, right? Where you get to really focus in on the crypto side, all in, closing down the hotel. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm literally closed for 6 months. So I literally sit there and trade and can finally spend some time with my family because Shelby's on me. She's like, when are you ever going to pay attention to me? I'm like, just let me close up. You got you.
100%, bro.
Vacation or something.
No, 100%. That's important. That's good stuff, man. Going through some of the news, there's nothing really jumping out at me this morning. There's nothing like really like, shocking me or anything. Coming back to the SEC though, the SEC's deadline is tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. So according to a document that's resurfaced, the appeal has been dismissed. Maybe we'll see. Larry might have more on that. Manifest it by hitting the like button. That's what Jack the Rippler says. Okay, no, he's just saying that's what he wants to happen. Okay, I was just reading this tweet while we're live. We are live streaming on YouTube and X too. So we'll learn more tomorrow at the deadline for the SEC. And obviously, there's a lot of stuff happening with Grayscale and them wanting to make their large cap fund into an ETF. You've got AVAX in there. You've got Solana. You got XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So that could be really good for those other top cryptos. And yeah, I made a video yesterday talking about just the future of ETFs and these basket ETFs that's going to bring so much more exposure to some of the top plays. Man, it's going to be fun to watch that unfold, right? Imagine an AI large cap fund, a meme coin AI fund, a gaming AI fund, a DeFi AI fund. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the list can go on and on and on, and it's only going to bring bigger and better opportunities to our market, regardless of how people want to get exposure, right? Through a centralized or decentralized route. I think it's a positive. I think it's good. No matter, I mean, all exposure, all buyers are good buyers. You know what I mean? So that's something that I think that's interesting that's going on right now in the back channels, watching the moves that the big dogs are making, like the Grayscales, like the BlackRocks, like Bitwise, etc. But Paid, what's going on, man? What's on your mind? What's happening? Paid, you there?
I don't think he's there.
I don't think he's there either. Okay, we'll jump over to Larry. Larry, what's up, man? Good morning.
Hey, yeah, just good morning, everyone from Lisbon. Finally got settled in, and gonna give you a little bit of news. So, on the FTX thing, Zach, you're really right. People are just writing the just the refund news, to try to make a short play. I've been watching it for the last, like 6 hours, and it looks like it's pretty. If you want to run a short, it's a good opportunity. But on to bigger and better things on XRP, there's more announcements in Asia and in Europe for like an in-between product for CBDCs, and a couple more banks will jump on at the end of the week. So we have Bank the Swiss, and then we have I think a couple banks that are going to come out of the EU that are going to join on. And talking about those funds, I really think that that's going to be the trend, is more blending of like an in-between financial product for CBDCs and ETFs. But what you're talking about on XRP is, the appeal or the request for the appeal has been dismissed, but the request for mediation or a settlement has not been. And I think it's going to be pretty telling when they just ask for more money, like every time. And, Ape Chain is coming out on the 18th. They're probably going to, send Ape Chain, and so many projects lined up. Just talking to some of the guys at Ape Labs and at Yuga before the actual Ape Fest starts tomorrow. There's a lot of side events and stuff. Things going on, and Ton and Chainlink doing bigger things in China. There's going to be a new fund that's going to be Asia centric for gaming and to compete against Sonium. That was in direct reaction to how much hype there was on Sonium chain at the Shanghai Blockchain Summit. So lots of exciting people are building and dumping more money into just everywhere right now, regardless of the charts or even regardless of BTC. And you could have saw that on that huge chunk of Ethereum that was bought up not just by whales, but the foundation too. And, like MicroStrategy, Grayscale, and BlackRock have also diversified more into Ethereum. I always make that comparison to Ethereum being silver and Bitcoin being gold. And, the in-between plays rely on that, so we look at stables. Stables still need a transitioning currency, and that's always going to be Ethereum, and BTC is going to be the large sum transactional on stables. So thanks, Zach, for, giving the same common sense suggestion, because we don't give advice, but we give suggestions, right, on stabling up. And you might want to stable up on USDT. So that you can buy the other stables that are coming out, because it will be easier to buy the new stables that are coming out with USDT than USDC. Not taking anything away from USDC, but USDT Tether is going to be the way to go for a segue, because now something that's happening is diversification into stables. So soon we'll have. Even although they're stable, just your ability to arbitrage and go from commodity to commodity is going to be really important with stables. So that's about it, guys, for me on this end. I'll give you some more alpha from Ape Fest on concerning Ape Chain. So that's from Mar.
So Larry, real quick, just want to make sure of this. So Ape Chain is not going to be a token. That's just their blockchain that they're rolling out. So Ape Coin would be the asset that we'd be interested if we see a play there, right?
Well, so that's a really confusing point, because ApeCoin's on the Ethereum network, right? But ApeChain is not going to be. And I think it's for the development play, or to make sure that they can get more of Ape's ecosystem onto a bigger exchanges, or exchanges that require, the big strategy now for a lot of different plays is they want to get listed on exchanges based on pre-qualification. So Ape Chain, it's going to be not on Ethereum, which is strange, but Ape Coin itself is on Ethereum. But I would guess venture to guess, just like Sony, they're probably going to have an EVM though. They're talking about, and Wired Chain and a couple other chains are coming on board to Ape Chain to diversify their different product availability. But they're really going the way of trying to be layer and chain agnostic. So we'll see what happens, though. They'll make the formal announcements. A lot of it's vaporware right now until they make the formal announcements tomorrow.
That's good stuff. Zach, go ahead, man.
Yeah. Hey, I did forget. I didn't see. I know this is kind of off subject, but Pepe Unchained, at their mark of hitting the 20 million raise, they are actually giving away some grants for developers to build on the chain. So to me, that sounds pretty promising. The fact that they're actually going to try to give away some grants.
Interesting.
That means they care. So I might actually eat some more money into this shit. Now that I've seen that, I saw it on their post when they hit the 20 million. So to me, they're really trying to build something. Like, why would they give the money away? Yeah, I don't know if it's tech purposes, but they really want builders to build, and they're really seeing the future in this thing. Imagine Pepe, So I'm pretty bullish on that now, even more.
Yes. Yeah, well, Zach, a lot of chains are responding, or host chains are responding to Sonium, because Sonium's like a vacuum right now. Like I said, when I was at the Shanghai Blockchain Summit, and even here in Lisbon, people are talking about how many projects they're just throwing money, and it's quick. It's not like we'll respond to you 1 month later. They're doing everything: games, NFTs, metaverse. If you have some type of utility, they even look at it, and they have their utility grants, but they have their gaming grants for being on console. It's going to be huge, man. And if you invest in equity or you invest on chain, either way, you're going to be able to arb between the two, like I said, and win. It's huge.
Yeah, the emergence of L2s has been fascinating to me. I mean, so much has happened with layer 2s, and obviously I know layer 3s. It's just so much has happened in that space in the last a lot of it through the bear market, with Arbitrum and Optimism and Base, and now you're seeing Pepe create its own blockchain. SHIB has its own blockchain. ApeCoin wants its own blockchain. It's really fascinating to kind of watch that growth.
Yeah, the evolution crazy. I mean, it's almost like for example, like on ApeChain or just so you just talking about Pepe, you have the native token on Ethereum, and then you have a layer 2 and then a layer 3 option for many of these builders. Like if you even look at like Aptos or like you look at XRP's incoming financial products, they're going to be layer agnostic too. And what you really said hit the nail on the head, Zach, was that layer 2s, you think that layer 2s would be, that's enough to absorb right now, but many people are going layer 2.5, layer 3, just to provide more use case and more, more selection, for the ecosystem, and to be ahead of, to try to future-proof the brand itself, and that's the weird strategies that you see going forward. Like on Sony, and they said they're going to build on a weird chain, and they said, no, we're going to do an EVM. We're going to have a side chain. We're going to do it with Samsung too, and it's just they have a huge, like, where's all this money come from? People are talking about this bear, or a minimal correction, but they're throwing billions and billions of dollars at all of this shit. 12% incubated from a chain that's not even open yet,
And scalability. I look more into Podchain, Zach, when they get on the show or whatever, but they're a layer 3. So
Yeah,
I know there's a lot more scalability with that, but yeah, layer 2s, but it also creates competition, and with competition creates innovation, because now, you know what I mean? So it's like, if this Pepe and Chain thing comes, it might even not give Shibarium a run for its money a little bit, especially if they use the native token like Pepe. I don't know what they're going to use, but I don't know if what we're buying into is actually the gas token. And if so, I'm so fucking bullish, because I like buying utility tokens because they have a purpose. Memes go up and down, but utility kind of runs consistently up, slowly and steady. It's a better investment for me than actually staking. I see a return on that. So I'm just pretty excited about some of these layer 2s.
What you said is very important, Zach, because on that Pepe chain, I think it is going to be a half gas and a half general use token, because you have to look at all the side pools for every one of these, like protocol diversified chains like Pepe or like SHIB or whatever. They're all having side pools based on one of the base commodities. Of an Ethereum side pool, they'll have lots of stable side pools, and then some of them will even have BTC side pools, as you'll see in the future on layer 3s, because they'll be able to fractionalize with all of these sats and everything else. And the other thing I wanted to mention, we've been kind of quiet on, is with all these layer 2 and layer 3s, people would say, they scoff at POWs, but proof of work mining is exploding right now quietly. And people are able to do it through pooling algorithms rather than hardware. I mean, of course, if you're at the hardware level, it's more profitable. But the mining itself on pool protocols on layer 2, layer 3s, almost any layer you can find a way to do it, is really changing the game. So now people, have another reason to invest into AI and DeepIn to diversify, provided that there's a proof of work product. Like, look at Caspa, it improved Rust all the way around, and we're looking at all these other POWs. Mar mentioned a couple of them, from a couple of chains. And now we have like 5, 6, 7 more different options as far as, minables are concerned on the POWs. And no one would have ever seen that coming, because they just thought, okay, Ethereum's done. We have Bitcoin, we have Litecoin, we have a couple, but now we have like 10 other new POWs that are diversifying their chains and their base protocols. So that's innovation. It's amazing. We're having a renaissance right now with this last bull run.
love it. Let's get down to Mar. He's got his hand up, and we've got both of our sponsors up here, Gas Station Genu and Ethereum. Shout out to both of those guys. Both accounts down there. Make sure you show them some love. Click on there. Give them a follow if you haven't already. If you guys are listening on YouTube and X, I'll pull up their screens here, their X pages on the live stream, so all of you guys can see it too. Make sure you guys show them some love. Hop in the Telegram. Check out the community. See if it's something you like as a potential investment. Mar, what's going on, man? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Shaq. Good morning, Zach, Pay, Larry, everyone, Mutasco. Doing great, man. Thursday, almost getting to the weekend. The weekend is always wild down here in Vice City. Can't wait for that event you guys are planning to coming down here. Blockchain futuristic, man. But yeah, man, there's a little bit of confusion. Yesterday, I screamed at paid. When don't I scream at paid? When doesn't he scream at me either?
True.
But I don't blame people. Parchain is a layer 1 actually, but they're using the layer 3, I guess, format, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a tech guy, but he explained it where they just found it easier to use the layer 3 on the layer 1. So yeah, Parchain is a layer 1. I was talking to one of the team members yesterday, and I was talking to them to see if they, they're looking for chains with volume, of course. But I got them in contact with MaxChain and see what if they could add maybe MaxChain. You just never know. Hey, well, it's better to have another one in there. The more the better. Not every time, but the more the better most of the time. And the guy was MaxChain dropped a video yesterday because they had to drop a presentation for the VCs on the business side, not on the crypto side. And the guy was like, holy shit. Like, he was impressed with what those guys are trying to tackle outside of crypto, And I've always said it, Zach, a lot of projects got it wrong, And I don't know what's your take on this, but I heard this from an individual almost a year ago in a space, and the guy was spot on. A lot of these crypto projects started backwards. They should have started with the business first, outside of crypto, wait for regulations, pay the lawyers, pay the lobbyists, pay the whole 9 yards, and then get into crypto. They got it, and he even admitted, I'm the one that got it wrong. He got rid of crypto, and he started growing his business. And during that time that he was on that space, he said, now is that I'm planning already to, add crypto, fill that gap between crypto and my business, And that's how I feel that MaxChain has been hard. They started first with the blockchain, and then kind of like not abandon it, but stop it just to concentrate on the Web2 side because the team is small. These crypto, teams are small, and the business side is just if anyone, look at Subway, his hotel, and it's tough. It's tough. Imagine now that you want to add your hotel to crypto, and make it just, and
it's actually easier now.
And even a token is hard to push it. It's hard work, man. So imagine doing both sides of the world, But yeah, other than that, like I said, layer 3 right now, but it is a layer 1. And I do want to speak about ApeCoin, because one thing I do have, Larry, is that no matter how smart these people are, how big the team is, sometimes they go all together. It's like a virus that spreads around them, and they all fucking start acting like clowns, And you're the outsider. You see their mistakes, and I would like to actually, by this time, because he says the chain is being launched tomorrow. So I've seen a lot of great projects out there, great teams make mistakes. I guess not even big companies outside of crypto. Like, I actually am surprised that we're not more informed about where's the standing of ApeCoin. I think ApeCoin is going to be the governor's coin, if I'm not mistaken. But
the governance.
That means, that means that Ape Chain is a layer 2 running on Ethereum, or
it's supposed to be on a zero-knowledge EVM, but they have another chain though too. And there's a couple other developers and platforms that are coming in. But I totally agree with you. You only need to look at that game Other Side that Yuga did with Ape, and it was not so good, Mark. So I'm telling everyone like it's the end all, the be all, but it is drawing a lot of attention though. And somewhere, somehow, you might be able to know financial advice again, but if you're holding some ApeCoin, it might be a power move because there's so many projects and protocols that are getting behind it right now here that I would not.
Because
I mean,
if it's a layer 2, then it doesn't need a native coin. You know, like
No, it doesn't.
But if it's a layer 1, it needs a coin. If I'm not mistaken, I mean, have you seen a layer 1 out there without a coin? So it's a little confusing there.
Yeah, they're gonna bring clarification. They're trying to do something different because they said a lot of things right building up to now. That's why I said wait for the official statement on the 18th, which is tomorrow. I'll be.
Oh, the statement. Oh, okay, I thought you said that it was being launched tomorrow. I'm like, wait a minute, like you know. Oh, okay. No, I'll take that back. I thought for some reason you said it was launching tomorrow. I'm like, this shit is launching already one day, and we don't know. Okay.
No, they're
I get it.
Talking about making the statement on and really letting people know what the truth is and what's not the truth, because they've been kind of tight-lipped about it, even though it had the DAO and they had all the MBIs and all these technical and academic papers written by people in the community. The consensus will be tomorrow for sure, and then as far as the launch and stuff, but like I said, I mean, and that's something that people argued about too, though, because they weren't clear. Like they had all these bases about clarifying if ApeCoin is going to be the governance token or not. And that wasn't even clear, but we can generally surmise and assume, because why would people be holding all of these tokens for no reason? Especially if you look at the main DAO itself, they're all holding their tokens for a reason, right? So,
man, it's and Larry, man, like, look, no financial advice or anything, but fucking ApeCoin is like what, 30x on their all-time high with liquidity in there. Like, you put in a nice amount of money, you're gonna get back. You could exit out with money without any huge price impact like we see on this garbage ass projects sometimes. That they're like a fucking $100 million market cap, $1 billion market cap, and when you're gonna sell to get you $100K, it's like fucking $50K,
For sure.
And that's why I'd like to.
The NFTs have went crazy. Like people are sweeping the floor, and a lot of NFTs are dead, but like all of a sudden now, people have been buying the shit out of both mutants and board-jawed apes. So
that's interesting to me. Just that alone, right in the background with all of this happening. Like, I mean, I don't want to say I want to buy some ApeCoin right now, but how much lower can it freaking go?
It's not. That's why I said it might be a good opportunity. But guys, Zach, I have to go, and then I have to hop on to this the MetaTrust space with ChainSwap. But I'll be back after that, and then I got to go to another meeting here, and I'll take some video footage for you guys. I'll shout out the space here too.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
I love you guys, man. Be easy and make some money. Solid hands right. So I'll talk to you guys soon.
Right back at you, bro. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at ApeCoin right now, guys, at 70 cents, 530 mil market cap. I mean, this thing's just been decimated. I don't know. I mean, we're always looking for opportunities. It could be interesting. I'm not saying I'm going to go all in here, but I don't know. Maybe a trade here, right, Zach? And we'll get down to BT's been waiting and Mutasco. Oh, yeah. I'll be right back too. I'm going to be out for like 3 minutes, but I'll be listening. I'll be right back. So we'll go Zach, BT, and Mutasco.
Yeah, I want to go back to Mars. His talking points on the business being before, crypto. I don't agree with that, because say you get like a great partnership with Stripe, because now they're implementing great payments. Could use it at the hotel and stuff. Imagine being that first one to get in that partnership. Stripe's going to push you because they want to show their new innovations and stuff. So sometimes you have to take that gamble. It may not work out, but it may work. So like in crypto and life investing, everything is a gamble, but you could be the first project to partner with Stripe. They're going to push the fuck out of your project. So I disagree with, doing the business first, especially if your business is already flourishing. You got really nothing to lose, especially if they got the protocol in place where they can accept crypto and do all the protocols and everything they built. So on that one, Mar, I disagree a little bit on that. I agree a little bit, but I highly disagree, because I would like to be the first, big project or, integrating with the hotel and being on Stripe, on their website and them pushing it. It's going to bring a lot of eyes to your project.
And this was 2 years ago. Maybe now it looks more clear to where you could probably start in crypto first, compared to 2 years ago. But his biggest issue was one of my biggest issues: regulations. Like, you know, you're starting a project in crypto that it's going to be a real world asset. Because this is what we were talking about 2 years ago, man. You know, and there's no regulations. Where is it going? Where is it going? And that's why he actually stopped his project and went to the business side. And then, like a year ago, he actually said, "I'm ready." But never heard of him coming with his crypto project. You know.
Yeah, you got to take a gamble. I mean, that's how you succeed in this space. There are no regulations, so I mean, sometimes the fine, you'll make more money than just pay the fine, as we can see in the banks. You know what I mean? So that's a tough call. But in the aspect of digital finance, I think it's worth the risk. Fuck it. I mean, what's the worst? They're just going to tax you, or slap your wrist a little bit, as long as you're not scammy. You know what I mean? But all right, we're going to go to BT, and then we'll go to Matasco.
Man, I'm gonna keep it very simple. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
We're just gonna switch up, the little talk real quick and move on to memes for 1 second, though, right? So, one, I'm actually very happy and proud of myself because I actually invest in crypto only being 18 years old, and like I go to a very liberal college down in DC, and everyone does not know what the fuck they're going to do with their life. And I got to watch out for what I'm saying right now. I just left my college lecture. Well, anyway, so talking about memes. So I ended up selling about half of my meme portfolio because I needed some college money, right? Well, I get a refund check for almost 10 grand because I don't owe tuition since I got so much scholarships. I threw it all into you guys are going to hate it. Some people are going to hate it. Some people are going to love it. Well, I threw it all into Brett. I can see a fucking 10x from here. I can really see a 10x. I can see a 10 billion market cap. There's no way in what world we don't get to a $10 billion market cap unless Kamala Harris wins and we get fucked. World War starts, all that. Well, no, I mean, I can definitely see a $10 million Brett. So you put in $1,000 right now, that's 10 grand. I mean, Shiba Inu went from 3 billion in October, and by the beginning of October, and by the end of October, it hit almost. Correct me if I'm wrong. 35 billion, something like that. Was it 35 billion? Anyone?
It was up there, but 2021 is completely different to now. I don't mean to cut you off, but
you really think so?
Yeah. Yes, because the market's saturated. There's shitcoins launching every day, millions of them. So now you got competition. You know what I mean? So I think your Brett will do well, but I don't know if it's going to do Shiba Inu numbers.
I think it'll do Shiba Inu numbers easily. Honestly, I mean, it's the coin native to Base chain. Coinbase is one of the biggest trading platforms. You hear about Coinbase all the time. Like, let's say some normie that doesn't know shit about Bitcoin, Ethereum wants to buy it. He's going to search up best trading platforms. First one's going to pop up. It's either if you're in the U.S. or if you're in the U.S., it's going to be Coinbase. Well, if you're out of the U.S., it's going to be like Binance and some other shit. I don't know. Well, I mean, I can definitely see a world where we get $30 or $40 billion market cap Brett. I mean, I can definitely see it.
BT, I'll say this, bro. I mean, I think it's a really good bet. I think there's a ton of upside. I will say this.
You got me scared now. I put in 10 grand of my college scholarship money since they sent me a refund in it.
Hey, man, you got to have conviction. I mean, I wouldn't go all in. I wouldn't go all in on that, but I mean, hey, to each their own. I mean, I would diversify a little bit, but here's the thing.
I have a very diverse portfolio.
Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't know like if that's the only thing you're holding or whatever. Okay, good.
No.
Okay, I mean, here's the thing. What created the hype around SHIB was all of the exchanges were like basically marketing for it, because exchanges make money on volume. And that was like what was bringing the most volume. So if Coinbase embraces it, lists it on the centralized exchange too, and like markets the hell out of it, and we get a bull run that's similar to 2021 where we have a ton of retail coming in, they're going to go to Coinbase. So, I mean, it makes sense on a lot of levels. And I think just naturally it's created a kind of aura of its own. It's kind of next in line. It's in that Pepe and Brett category. Like this is the SHIB and Doge of this cycle. I mean, there's a lot of things here that make sense. How high will it go? It's all going to depend on how much money comes in and where that money's concentrated.
Let me say one thing though. You have to also think of it like this though. So if you look at, hold up, no, all right, look. So if you look at Brett, right, and you look at Pepe in the bear market hit what was it, 7 billion, like mid 7 billion market cap. It hit that in the bear market. So there's no way in hell if Coinbase lists it, if Crypto.com lists it, if Robinhood lists it, we can't see at least a $10 billion market cap. I mean, our all-time high was at $1.9 billion, and then all this FUD started happening with Mt. Gox and all that bullshit that started happening. And I mean, if we see Ethereum all-time highs, we see Bitcoin all-time highs, there's no world that we can't see a $10 billion Brett. And that's just basically a 10 times your investment. So 10 grand for me would be 100 grand, and then I would change my major to economics or some shit that is not fucking difficult.
No, I feel you, and I think 10 billion is definitely in the cards, 100%. I would feel really confident about that. Yeah, I mean, and that's just, I mean, that's it's speculation, bro. Like nobody knows, right? But yeah, I mean, I got a big bag of Brett thinking the same thing, that I think 10 billion is a very nice baseline scenario.
I mean, it's still a good time to get in right now too. By the way, it's a really good time to get in right now. What is it? 10.3 cents right now. It's a really, really good time to get in. And honestly, I have a long on it. I have a couple longs on it. I don't short anything. That's like the stupidest thing ever. Well, anyways, let me give a prediction real quick before I gotta go back inside my college lecture, because I'm like literally skipping right now. So I can see Bitcoin. I can see Bitcoin by the end of October hitting roughly around $75,000 to $80,000. I can see that. Before an election, I can definitely see that. And then I can see Bitcoin hitting $15,000 if Kamala Harris wins. That's all I have to say. So right after October, if Kamala Harris wins, Bitcoin's at $15,000. Then we all stock up. All right, I got to go back to my college lecture. Hey, GG's, guys.
If you feel strong about that, let your classmates know too.
Oh, fuck my classmates, dude. None of them talk about crypto. They all talk about just Kamala Harris and some liberal gay shit. I don't know what the fuck they talk about. It's disgusting. All right, I got to go. Peace out, guys.
Peace, man.
I'll just listen.
Let's see here. Who was up next? Zach Mutasco, right?
Wait, is there a way you can drop me down just so I can listen?
Yeah, I got you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm bringing Paid up here. I don't know if he was having network issues or what. Mutasco, what's going on, man?
I'm just kidding.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, bro.
Okay. No, whoever that young kid is, his eyes are open. Open your eyes every day, and his eyes are open. I hope his classmates know that too. They figure out this strategy. But I think crypto is the future. So anybody that knows about it, I mean, man, good for him. You do want to read. The law of large numbers. If you're somebody who likes to bet on things, read that and understand market cap, right? Ratio to price appreciation. At certain levels, it's hard, right, to get to that, whatever. But if we have like this euphoric move where everybody comes into the market, obviously we're going to do well. But just be careful out there. I don't know, Zach, if you've seen this, but yesterday, no, it's this morning, my first space, usually my first space, the morning market, so whatever they were talking about PolyMarket. I think there's like this Princess Carol and Freddie 999 wallet that seems to be like playing some game on PolyMarket. They've put in $25 million or something like $28 million, and it's all going towards Trump. So I think yesterday in this space, I said, I don't understand why PolyMarket has an influence, because the election that it's predicting on, most Americans can't even go on there and do, because you have to go all kinds of hoops to do that. So that was like a little bit of, not that I didn't expect it, I think it's kind of obvious, but that's a little bit interesting, and it may put PolyMarket in the eyes of some kind of investigation. I don't know. I'm just thinking if that's happening, and for anybody that doesn't understand what I'm saying, there's a website called WTF is QF. So QF is quadratic funding, and WTF, you all know what that is, right? And so if you just Google WTF is QF, I think it's .org or .com. And what it does is it's like, hey, quadratic funding is like the better form of allocating capital and not having whales. Like, you know how the DAOs, the base DAOs is like, well, we have a DAO and we're going to vote. And then maybe somehow I'm a whale and I can just like swear everything. And then the project, I choose the project I want to fund. Let's say we have 2 projects to fund. And you say, okay, everybody's going to vote. The community is going to vote. And I happen to be a whale and I own the token, which is the governance token. And I have a ton of it. Maybe I have 40% of it. And I choose project A versus B. I can sway the vote and then put all my money on it. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, project A won. And so that's the reason behind quadratic funding, or they call it quadratic voting. So if you go on that website, it will educate you a little bit about what that means. And I'm wondering if PolyMarket has introduced that. If not, that's a little bit sketchy because it's questionable. The second thing I'm going to say, and I think, Zach, you said it regarding the Ripple thing. I don't know if you read what Meta Law, his analysis was excellent. And one of the things that I took away there is that, if you miss the deadline, that means it's dismissal. But then there's also another one that says if you miss the deadline, it may be dismissal. So we'll see how this all ends up. But that's kind of an interesting update on Ripple because they're kind of politically inclined, I would say. And I would think that there'll be some influence there in terms of the future of where the whole case ends. The market is looking great. I think Q4 is also going to be what we expect. So I'm still just sitting in my hands and trying to figure out what next to pick up. But the market is looking great, and it looks like the economic data is also looking great. And they've succeeded in like cooking the books, is what I call it. And they'll cook the books whether it works out on one political candidate's favor or not. We'll find out after the election. But that's my take.
No, appreciate that, man. That's good stuff. Let's get down to gas station and then Ethereum and then Jess and Roy. Gas station, what's up? Good morning to you, man.
Hey, good morning, guys. As always, thanks for having us on. Sorry I missed yesterday. I've been feeling like total shit, but there was no way I was going to miss 2 breakfast clubs in a row. But yeah, I wanted to comment sort of on, the L2 stuff we've been talking about, and then what the young man was talking about, and specifically sort of about base. I was really heavy into base late spring, early summer, still am involved with a couple base projects that are still doing their thing. I've sort of, maybe it's me being impatient, probably is, but I've sort of gotten a little cold on it for a few reasons. One, I think their failure to embrace like real degen meme culture is sort of hurting them a bit. 2, I was really underwhelmed with the smart wallet. I mean, we were all looking for smart wallets coming. And I think maybe it's just not quite there yet. And I think it is really great for people to developers making dApps and all this stuff. But as far as like onboarding the boomer dad that wants to buy base Genu, we thought that it was going to be a much simpler process to onboarding these people into the layer 2. But, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not really there yet. I mean, you still got to go, you got to buy your ETH, you still got to bridge it over, to base and then go in and buy, I just thought it was going to be a much more streamlined process by now. And that hasn't happened as far as I'm aware. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I think, and then, there's always going to be the connotation too of like, at least like people like me that run around in the sewers of crypto. Like it's always going to kind of have that Fed chain vibe to it too. So there's just, I don't know. I was curious because you guys touched on it yesterday a bit, and unfortunately, like I said, I was out. But I was curious, what your guys' takes were and outlook for base was in general.
I think they have, I'll be real quick, Zach. I think they have the biggest opportunity to be the most impactful layer 2 in the market, simply because of their market share. They have 100+ million users that they have free marketing to, basically. And we know that when the new influx of new investors come in the market in the United States, they go to Coinbase. I mean, that's number one. So to me, it's just simple in that way. They have the biggest opportunity in front of them. Will they capture it? We'll see. But they have the biggest opportunity. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy. But it's now, the wallet is now defaulting towards Base. So when you go in, like the average user coming in to use Coinbase, if they're not smart enough, they're going to be buying Ethereum Base instantly and not regular ETH. So I think that's a huge upselling for Base. You know what I mean? So, but still, it's still kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know how much more to say, but I think Base will do very well, and they're going to survive because they're using Ethereum. So, other layer 2s could crash, but the fact that they're using Ethereum, I think they'll still survive as long as they don't come out with a native token on their own and just use Base Ethereum. I think they'll even make it through the crash when that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I guess, like I said, I think it's impatience probably on my part. I was just expecting more by now, I guess.
Real quick, Gino, and this is why, guys, I'm so bullish on Wire, Paul chain, because they got rid of that issue. You drop your project in this chain, and you can buy the fucking token on any chain. You go in there, you buy the token on Base, you buy it on BNB. Right now, it's mostly all EVNs on Paul. I haven't seen Wire, but these guys are going to be adding Solana, and their goal is going to be it's 100 chains by the middle of 2025. Which I know what they're going to drop after that, the exchange. But this is the thing. Like, why would you drop? And I don't know if you guys agree with me. Why would you drop? Maybe it's a little confusing right now because it's new. But why would you drop a project on just Base when you could go on a chain and it could be dropped on 8 different chains with the same liquidity? And give people an opportunity to buy either on Base, on BNB, on IVAX, on Ethereum. In the future, Solana. They're going to add Solana. So you're right. Look, when Base was really popular, I felt like it died out a little bit because people were like, "Where's the coin for Base?" No. You got to buy Ethereum and then bridge it to Base. But what's the coin on Base? Ethereum. But why is it? And it confused the shit out of people. People that was in crypto, and they were like, because they weren't used to L2s. They've heard of layer 2s, but and I think that Arbitrum, I think this is the issue they had, even though they have their own token, but their own token is not the gas token, it's the Ethereum. So that's a little bit confusing there too,
Yeah, that's good stuff. Ethereum, what do you got, man? Good morning to you.
Hey, it's me this morning. I'm filling in for them guys, so just so you guys know who it is. But for as far as like Mar talking, and as far as a gas station, you guys talking.
I did a Navy SEAL.
He just slipped in there like it was nothing. I was like, okay.
Navy SEAL. Sorry to cut you.
I'm getting her done, man. That's what you guys know me for, getting her done. But as far as like Base goes, I think when you go in the Base, for one, you're getting in there. It's cheaper to launch your token, and then second of all, you're getting in there with the name. You got the Coinbase name behind it or whatever, so you're already gaining popularity right off the bat. So you're kind of using both sides of the play, and I do see as far as what Mara's talking, the bridgeability and that kind of stuff, and making the ease of use and that kind of stuff. So there's long term things like that, but it's also you get what you pay for. Coinbase has been around for a while, It has great customer service. You know, when newbies come in and they're looking for somebody to ask questions to, they can ask customer service on their platform. And then as far as for gas station emu, where you're trying to figure out, doing the base and that kind of stuff, if you actually have the centralized Coinbase platform, you can link it to your DeFi wallet. And when you purchase base through the centralized platform, you got your choice. You either purchase it on the Ethereum main network, or you can purchase it on the base network and send it to your wallet at that time of purchase. So that makes it a little bit easier if you understand that side of it, because that's one of the things that I do use that for. So, yeah. No, I just makes it simple. Go ahead.
And AI, they're also defaulting. Most people don't realize they are defaulting the network to base. So when you do buy it, you are buying base. And the one key aspect they're ahead of everyone is you don't have to leave and go to another application to trade. You can do it right on their wallet. So they are making it pretty simple. And with all those things combined, it's easy for the average user to, use it. A lot of other stuff you have to go to another project or some fucking decks they built and find it. Make sure you got the right one to swap a token. But on Coinbase, you can just do it right on their app. So to me, they're ahead of the game. Simple is key in this space.
Simple is key. Customer service is going to be key. And then ease of use is going to be key, like you're saying with the simpleness, And Coinbase has come a long way since I came in the space 4 years ago, and I had my first Coinbase wallet. And I didn't understand it, and I was going through all those learning lessons and that kind of stuff, And you can see them updating and doing all the changes to it, and they're on top of it, And if you listen to Larry Fink, not Larry Fink, but what's his name, Jerry, I can't remember his name, Polak, is that what his name is for a base? When you listen to him talk or whatever, and he was talking back in May, and he was talking about all the transactions and what the actual, the amount of transactions that they did for the whole month of May, I think it was like $1 billion, and then in June, it was like 1.2 some odd billion dollars. And then July, it went up a little bit more, and I haven't checked recently or whatever, but I assume so that, we had our dead month of September, so it might be down a little bit for September, but I guarantee you once we start going here again this month and going next month, you're going to start seeing those numbers climb again. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of good aspects, when it comes down to that point, what I mean? If you go versus the Coinbase wallet versus you go to MetaMask wallet, I know MetaMask is starting to finally do some updates. You can hold Solana and that kind of stuff in MetaMask, but Coinbase wallet is ease of use for a lot of different people. And I think a lot of people are going to start moving over to that side. Just it's going to be easy use and customer service, especially once we start getting in the future, because, it's nice to put your money in a wallet and have it be your wallet. But when you got a question or there's a problem and there's nobody to talk to, I'll tell you what, it kind of sucks, so yeah.
And I know for a fact they're trying to keep things simple. I've had a conversation, I VC'd with Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, and they are trying to make things easier for the average user. So I'm bullish on it just because of those conversations. And then make it easy, compared to like something like MetaMask, like we were bitching about yesterday. I mean, Zach trying to find the send button not being the same wallet. Like they just think you got to keep things simple for the average user. You know what I mean? But I still think they're going to survive whether it's a bear market or a bull market. The only thing is the centralized aspect of it. They're more centralized than they are decentralized. Even though they have those features, they push. If you go into some of the communities, they talk more like, and the leaders of the banks. You know what I mean? So kind of bearish on that side of it. But if they bring more memes and stuff over, I think it might bring some attention to it. But I'll stop talking now. We'll get to Jason Roy. Are you there? Jason Roy, your hand's up.
Can I have a question, sir? Can I have a question?
Hello?
Can I have a question, sir?
I can hear you. I'm sorry. You sound like you're in traffic.
Partnership is an important factor for every project. So, who is your partner? What are the benefits you get from those relationships? Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry I didn't understand that, but I heard, did you say
He was asking a question like on gas or something like that, gas fee or transaction fee or something like that. He was asking a question, something like that. I barely understood what he was making out, but that's all I heard. Transaction.
If you could put it in the comment section, maybe we can respond to it. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get that. But we'll go to gas station and then back to Ethereum after, or Ethereum.
Hey guys, yeah. So I think we can all agree there's just a fucking lot of exciting things going on in crypto right now. I mean, we've been waiting all summer for this to start picking up, and I think we're almost there. But I want to say, I think the most explosive piece of crypto news to come out in the last day is that Mar won a giveaway.
I heard that.
I almost forgot to mention it, but I think we can all agree that this is explosive news.
You could tell, I learned here that who the real hater is. Look how pissed off Paid is that he hasn't even come up to speak, man. That's how mad this fucking guy is that I won. It's incredible. I thought you were my friend, Paid, but it's okay. We'll fix our relationship when you come down here to Miami, and I'll take you to Club 11.
Club Porky's too.
Yeah, he deserves Porky. He doesn't deserve Club 11.
Exactly. Make sure you buy him that bottle of pink champagne. Just tell him it's a private dance.
But yeah, man, everything. I don't know if someone's speaking.
No, you got the floor, Mar. Hold it down for a second. I got to run into the store.
Yeah, I did do. I did a little small purchase of the Boner token. Gino. I did a small purchase, so I'm holding those two right there, and of course Earth. But yeah, man, I'm the chart. Right now, we need some more buys, but it's holding strong. That's what's important. You got all these. You got these projects sometimes with volume, and yeah, volume is important too. But I hate these projects that are like, yeah, we had a fucking $1 billion of volume today, but it fucking tanked. And like, what's the point of the fucking volume if the shit tanked? And yeah, at the end, volume is important, but I like both projects. You got Earth, man. It's came out of the gates really strong. It's holding up there. I know that a lot of people are trading it, but at the end, it's holding the price. And then we have our Gino that's just holding strong, and we're just waiting for that rocket, man. And when it rockets, people are gonna be like, "Oh fuck!" And that's when I like to come back and say, "Look how long you guys had a chance to get in. You had a chance to get in at 200K, 150K market cap. All these days, all these weeks. And also with Earth, Earth has been trading around 200K to 500K. I don't know what it is right now, but you had an opportunity on those dips, And when the bull market comes, these teams that are not giving up, are going to be the ones that are going to make their projects succeed and make it to new heights,
Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I mean, volume is, it's an issue for us at the moment, for sure, and something we're, hoping starts to come. As more and more people get eyes on us, but the buys that we're getting are solid. I mean, everyone knows patience is really not a thing that exists in this space, right? But we have we have fucking patient holders, man, that are sticking with us through thick and thin, and they like the vision, they like the meme, they like the, they like the team, I think, and yeah, man, they're just sticking with us, and it's great to see. And like, I'm not going to shill a bunch about the project today, but I do just want to show about the community. I mean, even just since we started this space, man, we've got so many great new holders and just people in the community. I mean, we're having real conversations about, talking shit, talking about life. I mean, the community is just, it's top notch right now, and it just keeps growing, and that's all we can do, We came from nothing to where we are now, which I'm pretty proud of. And yeah, we're just gonna keep doing that, man. I mean, that's all you can do. Keep showing up every day. Keep putting out content. Keep showing the world, what you're all about, and that's what we're gonna do. And so far, it's been, it's promising. So
yeah, man.
Thanks to all you guys.
There's a project, man, that I was involved in for 2 years, and Zach knows the project real well. Zach Humphries, he even did a video about them months ago. This thing had, and I'm not talking about weeks, I'm talking about years, man, like a year and a half, easy. The volume on this thing was like $10 one day, $100 another day, like negative $100 another day, because people think volume is just buys. No, volume is buys and sells, And for me, that just sell is volume, period. And this project went from $100, $200 a day or a week in volume to $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, even $10 million a day in volume in hours, man, not days. Like, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And yeah, man, when it clicks and everything comes together and, shit happens. And that's crypto, man. Crypto does not give you a warning, It kind of like the stock market does a little bit, but crypto doesn't. From one day to the other one. Look at the Trump official world coin. It was sitting like a $30 million market cap, I think, for hours. We all had a chance to get in, and all of a sudden, boom, like almost 1 billion. But at the same time, you also got to be careful and take profits, because just like how fast it goes up, it also goes down. And I don't know if that student was it's listening now. He said he put $10,000 on Brett, but he does have a portfolio. It all depends how big your portfolio is. If the rest is $5,000 or even $10,000, just there's always a play that we're going to be the most aggressive on. My play was IVAX, Avalanche, but yeah, I would be careful. Like, if it's me and that portfolio is, say, a whole 20 grand, I would have gone into other means, probably put like 3,000 or 2,500 on different means or projects. But that's me, not financial advice. But yeah, man, you can't tell no one, don't be aggressive, because what if that play pays off? You're going to probably be blamed for it.
Well, it's hard not to be aggressive, though. You know what I mean? Because you start thinking that one play, your emotions get in there, and you start thinking that one play is going to be the one, because you see all that hype and you see all that stuff going on. It's like the energy starts flowing and, pumps for that 1 second, and next thing it's gone. One of the best things that I did, is I've been taking a lot of advice from Zach Humphries through my time being in the space, and from listening to him in the Tosco before I even came into the space. And one of the best things I did after I got hacked was consolidate my portfolio, because I had a lot of those, $10, $50 here, and like every meme token, thinking if I hit every token here, and here, I'd be playing the numbers game. And once I started consolidating, I started putting it back in there, and I actually did the right time. I consolidated and put it into Brett, because I was I think it was when you were talking about Brett back in, it was either May or June or something. I think you were doing a YouTube thing on it back then or something in the morning. So, that's when I consolidated or whatever. And of course we had that good pump, so I had a nice little pull on that, and, Brett's one of the market, one of the blue chips that I don't mind pulling from, because, it's one of them things that's got a lot of money movement and that kind of stuff. So, for me, I look for that kind of stuff, like the lower ones that I get into or whatever. We know that. I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'm going to go to our actual chart, because I'm looking at it right now. So I just pulled it up or whatever. So, we had a little bit of a lower volume, in the last 24 hours. It's Thursday. Everybody's been having their fun from the weeks, doing their sell-offs, getting ready for the weekend, So, we only had 28K yesterday. Normally we've been having anything from from 98 to 120 for a day for moving, So today was actually the slowest day we've had since last Thursday. We're on day 8 right now, So, we're doing pretty good right now. Our market cap's sitting at 313. Liquidity still sitting 45, So our price right now is $1.490, So, I mean, that's not a bad number to be sitting at for a week out the door. You know what I mean? So we lost a 0. We're sitting at $0.01. you know, and we already know where the movement's going to go once the game plan starts setting in. You know, we're just getting established right now. You know, we're just getting the G-gens out there, you know, and getting some of them, the all sacks, as everybody likes to say, and not like to say sometimes or whatever, you know what I mean? But this week was, you know, that was our whole point, was just to get crazy, get stupid, get people into the TG and just have fun with everything, you know, and that's what's established too, you know, and our TG's going crazy, you know, everybody's in there going crazy, having fun, making memes, you know, and that's the whole point of this, man, is memes are about having fun, you know, get stupid, doing the stupid things. And I'll tell you what, you know, doing something different is also important too, because a lot of people always keep following these same theme lines, you know, and I'll tell you what, they play themselves out after a while. You know, you got to do something different, you know, and if you want to try doing something different and trying being different from everybody else in the space, you're never going to set a trend, you know, and the trendsetters are the ones that are out there that last. Those are the ones that set the pace for everybody else, you know, and, you know, the history shows from the record of the person that, you know, started this token, you know, he's got a little bit of a history, you know, and he knows what he's doing. And, you know, our launch showed that, you know, we did this organically. You know, you seen where we pumped up to. We pumped up to 675. You know, that's good movement for a first day organic. And everything went smooth. Everybody came out of there with a pocket full of change. I don't like talking about everybody making money, but, you know, everybody's got to make money too. And that's the whole point of this. So, you know, everything has been going very well. You know, there's enough movement that everybody's been putting some money in their pocket, and everybody's also holding bigger bags. You know what I mean? So that's what's important here. You know, everybody's getting in early right now before all the big whales start aping in. But if you look at some of those buys on our chart, man, we got some big buys coming in. You know what I mean? And this is just the beginning. So just imagine what's going to happen once we hit that million mark. You know what I'm saying? So this is headed for that direction. I can't give you a time frame on it, but I know it's going to go somewhere just from the fact of the community, the people behind it. You know, and there's a good direction. That's what's important. We're headed in the direction that we plan on going.
Nice. How the hell did you get that position?
You guys, man, you guys been teaching me since day one, man. I keep paying attention to the best. I learn from the best. That's all I got to say.
Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. Did we hear from Jessen Roy? I had to step out for a second. Did we hear from Jessen?
Yeah, it was very hard to understand him.
Okay.
I told him to put something in the comments. I don't know if he did. I just had to run to the store too.
Okay, gotcha. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm gonna drop down from the Ethereum profile so that way I can leave my house and go to work. I'm gonna stay on the AI Wolf profile, but I'm here for both. Okay.
All right, brother.
You finally won a contest. You're a winner. But don't let this get to you. Sometimes you fall out of Toyota Camrys and hurt yourself. But we still love you, Mom. But I'm glad you won. Finally, you have won something in your life. And you know, I'm proud of you, kid. I'm proud.
Oh,
This
shit.
dude.
Love it.
Dude, even with a headache, I come with the fucking heat. But no, I'm gonna mute again because I do got a headache, y'all. My fucking head is fucking killing me. I gotta lay that down. But that's what y'all get for today. There you go. You're welcome. Oh, also tomorrow we got fucking Catch a Meme. Zach, don't forget that sponsor, one of our sponsors for tomorrow. We gotta make our post later today at some point. But Catch a Meme will be here tomorrow, and they have really cool. I think it's a pretty cool Telegram tech that other projects would benefit from. So definitely check them out. They'll be on the show tomorrow.
Good stuff. We got AI coming back up here on stage. So some of the things I'm looking at, guys, there's a couple, there's a meme coin. I can't remember if I mentioned it just to Zach and Paid yesterday. I think it was. I didn't mention it on the space. So I got in this one, made a video for these guys, actually. But, hey, mute your mic, bro. Got into this on Solana back at like 600K market cap. It's called Clap Cat. They're playing into the whole Pop Cat narrative. This thing's pumping like crazy. It's at 2 mil market cap, almost 2K holders, setting all-time highs now. It's up another 16%. I was telling you guys about that. I think right, Paid, Zach? Yeah. So there's some meme coins still moving. That one ends in MZIR, a little over $2 million market cap if you're interested in checking it out. They're playing into the whole PopCat narrative. So they're saying that it's the sister to the famous PopCat. Good volume on it. It's interesting. I mean, we've seen kind of this play out before, like the whole Nero thing, right? And went pretty high. Let's see here. It's kind of a slow news day. One thing that happened yesterday when it comes back to XRP, Bitwise updated XRP's ETF filing with a new S1 submission. All right, we're going to drop this dude down.
I would, but I'm not co-host.
Yeah, just drop him down. So the updated filing here expands on Bitwise's earlier submission, covering custody, basket creation, and contingency plans amid XRP's regulatory uncertainty. So Bitwise, again, revising its XRP ETF filing, enhancing custody and trading structures. SEC's decision on Ripple appeal, obviously going to be crucial for all these XRP ETF futures and if they get, accepted or not. But it's interesting to see. Like, there's a lot of people already vying for an XRP ETF, which I think is definitely one of the leads right now in the market. Let's see. Man, it's kind of a slow news day, honestly.
Yeah, Zach, I was actually going to say that like 5 minutes ago because my phone isn't even ringing, man.
Yeah, nothing's moving. I know,
like
bro.
Something is cooking. Something is cooking.
It's weird though, right? I mean, there's there's nothing. Grayscale just posted something specifically on Avalanche. That should get some good just exposure for AVAX. Obviously, they added AVAX to their large cap fund. They're trying to get that large cap fund into an ETF. So that could be obviously helpful down the line for AVAX, which I know, Mar, you like. I mean, I think it's definitely undervalued. Doesn't get talked a lot about. The only thing I wonder is how's the AVAX community? Strong? Is it growing? Is it active? I mean, is it like Solana? Does it have Solana type future where people are kind of like, cult like around it? That I don't know.
I mean, I've been in a few spaces. They had a lot at the beginning of the year and towards last year. They still do some spaces, and all they talk about is, man, like half of the time they're talking about all the blockchains. How great this blockchain is doing, Cosmos, this and that, and so they're not like. The vibe is not so much like just, Solana. On Solana, you can't talk about Ethereum. On Ethereum, you can't talk about Solana or Bitcoiners, So they're open, man. They're open. They have the same idea I have. Let's merge all the highways, all the roads together. At the end, just one big network, And yeah, man, that's they've talked. I've been there like 30 minutes and they're talking about these projects that they're doing on certain chains. So yeah, at least on the spaces that I've been, but I haven't seen it, like at least in 2 months. I haven't seen any open spaces, but the people I follow that are a big IVEX,
Yeah, and I know I've seen them hold like some gaming spaces and things like that, like specific to gaming. Here's something that came in early this morning. Just in, Bitcoin ETFs cumulative flows are now over 20 billion. It's the fastest growing ETF in history. So that's some big news, obviously. Missed that 5 hours early. Came out at 4:46 a.m. So that's interesting in and of itself. And we kind of knew that coming in, based on how much pent up demand there already was for Bitcoin. I knew it was going to perform well. Ethereum hasn't done so hot just yet. I think people are still trying to figure out what Ethereum is, but over time, I think it's going to do really good. Let's see, Rect Capital, somewhere I go for my TA here. Let's see here. They're thinking based on what I'm reading here, based on this, it's like kind of they're looking at some consolidation right now. We went up and got above 66,000, which was big. I think just staying above that number right now is crucial. We're at 67 flat right now. So staying above that's going to be important for us because that was a big test. We were testing it back in July and August and September and couldn't really break through. So that was good that we did. yesterday for sure. Got up to 68K. That was a big move for us. We got Matt wanting to come up here. Let's see what else we got.
And Zach, and real quick, so people go understand the real reason why IVAX speaks about other projects on different chains, and Cosmos too, when you get into their community, is because like Motasco said once, it's not just a blockchain, a layer 0, it's also a platform, it's a software, and there's chains being built on the IVAX ecosystem, just like Dione. Dione is a fork from IVAX. So, of course, IVAX is going to go out there and speak about Dione, So that's why it's more of a community and an open network source where they're going to speak about other chains, and that's why, man, those spaces, I'm actually surprised, man. I'm going to try to message these guys because I haven't seen spaces for it, but that's good sometimes, man. They ain't got time for spaces. These guys are building. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But it's always good, right? When it's quiet, But yeah, it's a layer 0. IVAX is a layer 0, and that's what they do. And every time they get like new layer 1s or layer 2s or layer 3s or whatever they are into their network, they talk about all the projects and even NFTs. A lot of the conversations were about NFTs too, and let me tell you, Zach, everyone is talking about how NFTs are dead. They're going to come back, man. They're going to come. There's a reason why they got popular. There's a reason why they're still around and they've lasted, and they're going to come back stronger, man. And with a lot of innovative stuff that's going to make more sense than just an image and stuff like that,
No, I like it a lot, and I feel like it's being overlooked. Definitely, I mean, sitting there at number 12 right now, a little over $11 billion market cap. I think there's a lot to like, a lot of value. Remember, like Solana and AVAX were kind of the newcomers, new kids on the block back in 2021, and they did some astronomical numbers. But AVAX was a little bit behind Solana, so I think there's, not only just from a market cap standpoint, right, just from math, it's got some room to run, but I think it's got legs here to really do some big things in this bull run. I'm waiting for Chainlink to do anything, man. Chainlink has just been killing me. I'm holding the line on Link because I do think it's going to move eventually, and it's very, it's obviously very important. It's very, very solid. It's been around for a really long time. It's an infrastructure play. It's just frustrating, man. I mean, I've made up for it like on plays like Sui. But man, like holding Link right now is just, it's frustrating at times, but I guess I'll just hang in there.
Right, Zach. And remember, IVAX doesn't need to move from number 12. It will stay there the whole bull market because, it doesn't mean it's not going to go up. It could be a $200 billion market cap, and then number 11 could be a $230 billion market cap. You understand? I feel like some of these coins that are moving up now is more like, like just liquidity moving from one to another one. But when we see this massive bull run, I'm okay seeing IVAX number 10, number 9, even number 12, number 14, but it's not going to be at whatever it is now, $6, $7, $12 billion market cap. It's going to be probably $200 billion market cap. And then, coin number 100 is probably going to be 1 billion or $500 million or whatever it is now, So as long as we get new liquidity coming in, it's okay to stay there around number 10, number 12. Shit, we got Binance that's number 4. Nobody even talks about Binance.
Millions of money come into the economy. No, I know there's only so much money in the world, man. Everybody can't have 250 billion freaking, market cap, though. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen that way. It's just, that's out of range.
Yeah, we got Matt up here, and then we'll head over to Motasco. Matt, what's going on, man?
Hey, you said there was not a whole lot of news. There's always a calm before a storm, right? So, like Warren Buffett, he just sold another $10 billion of Bank of America, and he's been, now he's sold a lot of it, like $300 billion this year already. The money's just parked in treasuries. So yeah, he bought, what he did, he aped into Sirius for like $90 million this month. But that's nothing. That's like pocket change to you and I when it comes to Berkshire Hathaway. But you made a video yesterday, Zach, about Grayscale making an ETF, making ETFs for their investors for like XRP, Avalanche, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the big dogs. And I'm kind of thinking these guys are parking their money and they're waiting for some regulation so they don't look like they're inside trading. And they don't want to scare off the Wall Street investors. So right now, the calm before the storm is what I see it. This is just what I see. This is just my opinion. You know, they parked their money. They're waiting for some regulation. They're waiting for the election. They want to see which way it goes and how quick regulation comes in, or if regulation is slow. And then they're opening the gates. The floodgates will be open. So I think that right now the election might be tying us up a little bit more than we want to see. Again, it's just my opinion, but it looks like they are these bigger investors. And you even called it with Grayscale. They are preparing. They're preparing to get into crypto and to ape into crypto on like a biblical scale, man. Like this is going to be money like we've never seen come flooding into this market. It might not happen before the election, but we are so close, man. I'm with you, Zach. When you said, you know, like Chainlink ain't doing nothing, I got a small bag of Chainlink. It's not doing anything. I have a huge bag of Hedera, and that looks awful, but it's bottomed out. I'm satisfied with that, because when the floodgates open, then and regulation is set, you know, like Da Vinci Jeremy just said, we're going to see a meme coin super cycle. Like people they won't even be prepared for it. And yes, Coinbase, they have amazing customer service. I'm going to mute.
No, appreciate that, bro. It's good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. What Grayscale's doing, man, the moves they're making, it's not, I think not enough people are really talking about it, you know, behind the scenes, because this is kind of what we've been waiting for. At least what I've been waiting for really is the industry to be able to offer like these baskets of, you know, ETFs. I mean, this is what they're used to in TradFi. I think the institutional investors will like this because they don't have to go get complete exposure to just Solana or just Avalanche. Because in their mind, there's too much risk there. And obviously, it's a different style investing than just us investing our own money as individuals, right? So that to me is something that will, bring in tons of institutional money, but honestly, I think will help with mass adoption, because there's a lot of retail investors who then will be told by their financial person, hey, look, we've got this basket, we've got this large cap fund. You know, if you want some exposure to Bitcoin, some ETH, some Solana, some of the top plays, you know, and this might be a good option for you, you know. And I think especially somebody like in their 30s or 40s that can take on a little bit more quote unquote risk, you know, everybody's not going to just come through the decentralized door. You know, I know we want it to be like that. And I mean, we do our best to educate people when we're on these spaces about that. I mean, if you found us here, you're pretty much deep in the weeds with crypto. There's a lot of people on the outside looking in. And if that's how they want in, if that's how they want to get exposure, if that's how they want to get a piece of the market, then I think that's okay. I mean, it brings that interest. It brings that capital into the market. And that's really, at the end of the day, what we care about, you know? Mutasco, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to comment on, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro, we got you.
Cool. No, I was going to comment on the L2. Somebody was talking about it earlier. One of the things that's not talked about, and I think I liked what, I think it was Gas Station that was talking about being underwhelmed by Coinbase's smart wallet. The thing with Coinbase is that you can't bet against them. Why? Because of the size of their position in the market. Now, when it comes to the L2 competition, it's another ball game, right? They have the right, people around building whatever, but I always say this, and I think there's several sites out there that you can leverage to kind of get the take of what kind of each L2 and where they're at and whether they have a chance to compete if the space consolidates. Just for example, if you go on L2 Beats and you go under Coinbase, compare Coinbase to Arbitrum, to OP, to ZK Sync, and you look at each line item from risk analysis to everything, right? People are concerned about their money being taken away if there was like a disruption, or we like to say decentralized, but it just depends on your understanding of what decentralized actually means. And so I always say, if you want to learn more about Coinbase and just base as an L2 and where they stand, they're a work in progress. I've read a lot of documentations around what they're doing and the roadmap, the future, and all that. But the competition within L2s is just, oh my God, it's insane. And for anybody that, just look at Uniswap. Uniswap has a lot of prominence within Ethereum in terms of liquidity, pooling, and all kinds of stuff, and volume and transactions and that. So if they're going into the L2 kind of world, they're posing a bigger competition to Coinbase, even though they're coming into it late. So there's a lot of dynamics within the L2 market, but I think somebody was talking about, I think it was Ma, talking about L3s, right? So if you look at L1s and L2s relationships, you have to confirm transactions back onto the L1. But what is about to happen is, and I think the L3s are going to be playing this role, where you have an L2, but then if a company wants to come on board the L2, they could potentially spin up their L3. And when they spin up their L3, there will now be a relationship between the L2 native asset. And if I am Walmart and I'm coming to spin off like Sonium, like Panasonic, right? They're going in for L2. But think about it like this. Sony has customers. They have, either suppliers, manufacturers, whatever, that built on top of their products. They could come off on Sonium and build something on top of it, right? So that's what you want to look at. If you're thinking about, okay, what is the value capture for Arbitrum token? Because they're still using, most of them have a single sequencer, and the sequencer literally does all the aggregation of orders. If you look at the ordering pattern, it starts with random ordering. You have first in, first, there's a first come, first served, and then you have the auction ordering. The auction market are like literally independent operators, right? They, and I think MetaMask, I spoke about this yesterday. I said MetaMask, what they're actually doing is more powerful than what you see within Base. Maybe Base can copy that because they have the resources to do so. But you don't want to ignore, because there's something going on in Ethereum right now where, if you look at the process, it has a lot of, negativity, because when you think of miner extractable value, which is near the billions, right? They literally front run you, the bots and all that, right? So if you're an app chain, or you're adapt, you're trying to offer some specific service on top of it, a layer 2, or maybe driven off of Ethereum, you want to make sure that you're providing additional value to your users, and you don't want them getting front run and on all of that. So if you think of what I just said, the 3 layers, right? You start from random ordering, you start from first come, first serve, and then you auction. The auction side is not being developed so much. You read about it, you get the take on what I'm trying to say there. But I think there's a lot of competition within the layer 2s. I believe that we're going to have more layer 2s, because now we have Compound chain, we have Aave chain, we have, eventually we're going to have them, right? But think about it as, is Ethereum growing because Ethereum is building on its own, or Ethereum is growing off of the layer 2s? And I think if you're somebody who follows Vitalik, you can kind of see what Ethereum is doing right now. It's like it's very difficult for anyone that actually is paying attention to Ethereum to fight Ethereum at this point, because they're growing, and the way they're growing with a lot of really good things that will keep Ethereum here for a very long time. So if you don't want any noise and you're just like, okay, where do I put my money and wait for it and see maybe 5-10 years from now what's going to happen, you probably have a better chance allocating capital within Ethereum. But if you also understand the layer 2 competition and the evolution of layer 2s and what they could potentially do within themselves, right? The value is just significant, right? Because every layer 2 is going to onboard different businesses on top of it. And how those evolve is now left for anybody to predict, right? I was in a space yesterday where the CEO of VeChain, I know Paid if you saw that, but the guy is very smart. He talks about all these things, and you can also read the reports on their partnerships all over. And that would tell you exactly why you want to pay attention to the boring ecosystems. If there isn't that much fireworks, you want to look at what's actually happening behind the scenes. Because if you're building something really cool, it takes time for the market to catch up with it. So to you, Zach, there's a lot of news out there. It's just a lot of boring stuff that a lot of people don't pay attention to. But I'm excited because I think this is all going to turn out to be a big deal for those who have been paying attention.
It's good stuff, Mutasco. I love the insights too that you bring, because you are somebody extremely bullish on Ethereum, extremely knowledgeable. And, it's interesting because there's a lot of growing sentiment like that. Oh, ETH is kind of flat now and we got to chase other horses. I mean, I think it's really good to have different perspectives. And I hold still a lot of Ethereum. And guys, they're still dominating the market share too. I mean, all the things Mutasco said is true, and what they're doing in the L2 markets. I mean, they're the only ones with ETFs right now outside of Bitcoin. I mean, they're the only ones over a $300 billion market cap. I mean, they've got a lot of room here. Yeah, it's been boring here, sitting here like seemingly forever at 2,600 or whatever. But patience is a virtue, and you got to look well beyond. I think, I mean, you said it there, like, 5-10 year plan. I definitely want exposure to Ethereum because there's a good chance that, it could be still the #1 smart contract platform. It's going to still take a lot for somebody to overtake them. Solana's down there at 71 billion. Sure, they've made a dent, but there's still a big gap there between ETH and Solana and the other ones. And that first mover advantage in any new market, as long as you kind of treat that with responsibility and continue to build, it's hard. It's hard for another company to come in there and overtake you. So we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, what's up, Paid?
Go to gas station real quick. I'll be back.
All right, gas station, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? Jay Crypto. Real quick, I just wanted to get the giveaway going. So we decided to do another giveaway today. We're gonna do $50. We're gonna keep it easy this time, okay? Because some feedback that's a little too tough for these little scavenger hunts. So we're gonna do the $50 giveaway. We're gonna do it very simple, like the first time, okay? But this time I'm actually gonna just do a number from 1 to 50. Pick a number, post it in the comments on this Spaces, and the person that's closest to that number will win $50 of Genu.
Epic, bro. Epic. That sounds awesome. We appreciate that. One of our sponsors here. Paid, what's up?
So real quick, the marketing director of IOHK just, which is, the Cardano, Catalyst marketing team or whatever, just resigned. I don't want to say resigned. That sounds so negative. She's moving on. So I actually tagged that up top so you guys can read about that. I'm talking to her in the back channels right now, but she just announced that she's leaving. So who knows where she's going next? But that, Mara always talks about there's no marketing in Cardano, right? But this person has done, in my opinion, very well. But so like losing her now, it might be even tougher going forward. This is just my opinion. You know, I'm not speaking for anyone else. But you know, you can read out like a bunch of the stuff that she did up top in that little thing I posted.
Appreciate that, bro. Hell yeah.
Hey, Zach, I do have breaking news too. The Geno boner pill does have a side effect. It gives you a really bad migraine headache. They are working on that, but yeah, just to let you know.
Dave knows all about that. Dave knows all about that, bro.
Well, the problem is I didn't read the recommended dosage, and I took 30 of them. I don't know what's going on. This thing is ridiculous. My head hurts. This thing is just touching the ceiling. I don't know what's going on. All right.
You didn't drink enough water with it, bro.
Walking sideways.
Did you make the lady hurt too? Or not?
Well, no, I don't know. See, you guys are fucking. This is how I know this space is just full of G-gens. You guys are gross. Like, you guys need Jesus. You guys all need fucking Jesus.
All I want to know is, did she flick your bollock? That's what I want to know. Did she flick your bollock?
Oh my God. Okay, and moving on.
So listen. On the serious side, but you come into something, Zach Humphries. You guys got to change your names, man. Zach for so we just I don't know what you're gonna do, but anyway, Zach, you mentioned something that was almost like a slap in the face to a lot of people in the space and in crypto when you mentioned 10 years. And that is the beauty about this time around in crypto, man. We truly do believe a lot of these projects are going to be around for years to come, you know. And the one thing you all got to think about, you know, especially if you're young, you know, in the next 10 years, and let's say, you know, you just have a normal job, a regular job, minimum wage or higher than that, $20 an hour, whatever it is, you know, that at least it helps you survive through all these years. At the end of the 10-year run, holding IVAX, holding Bitcoin, holding Ethereum, holding all these blue chips projects that are now, they think that they're gonna get through this. They got through the bear market already, which is one of the worst, if not the worst bear market ever. And in the next 10 years, you know, just holding on, not falling into debt, which is what I've always said, is your portfolio going to outperform your wages, you know, what you make at work, you know, and that's a lot of things that people always say, oh man, I gotta wait 10 years. Yeah, but your portfolio in 10 years could be worth fucking $5 million. When working your ass off for 10 years, you probably made, I don't know, $50,000 a year, 500 grand, you know? So yeah, that's something that's how you test time, and you're more patient with time, you know? And you could be more patient with time, just knowing that your portfolio could outperform, you know, what you make at work.
Talking about that, let me slip in something quick. So when it comes to the time thing, this actually works, by the way. And I'll let you respond to my page because I think it was a flat attack there. With the time, I think I learned this from reading The Intelligent Investor, and what was said there, and I think that has also changed because when this book was written, real estate was like king. Real estate, nobody actually expected real estate to ever collapse, okay? So the idea then was that, hey, if you're gonna invest, you know, we have stocks, we have bonds, and you have your cash. You have to put the cash somewhere under your pillow if you want. But between stocks and bonds, it is known that they call it the rule of 100. So the rule of 100 says, if you're 20 years old, take 20 out of 100, you have 80. And that's how you can allocate, right? So, you know, if it's 80, how much do you want to put into stocks versus bonds? Now, we're in the era where crypto is a new asset class. So if you're 20 years old and you're using the rule of 100, it's either a rule of 110, some people call it a rule of 120, depending on how you think you might age, right? Maybe you're going to go up to 100. Who knows? But because of AI and new technology, we're being projected to live longer. So if you use 120 and you say you're 20, maybe you could go degen, and if you're 20 years old, you can go 100% crypto or stocks, or you can split it however way you want. But you have to start that way, because it's not the same if somebody is 50. If you're 50, you don't want to just go balls in, okay? You want to make sure that you're watching, okay, when do you expect to retire? And how is this going to affect you if the market doesn't go your way? Because again, nobody knows jack. We're all betting. And when you're betting and you assume that this is a risk you're taking, you know that you want to be reasonable, right? Because nobody knows jack. Because if everybody knows jack, I'm sure we're not going to be in these spaces talking about crypto. So I would say that with your point, Ma, about the time, right? If you're 20, 30, 40, whatever your age is, just figure out that it works. It actually works. But a little bit of a wisdom, right? For what you said earlier, Ma, there's a book, When Genius Failed, right? It's a very good book. Just for people who think they're smart, they're too whatever, like nobody knows that, right? You do the best you can. But just be careful out there. At the end of the day, we are so early to the extent that if you just put a little bit and you have time on your side, you might do well. Oftentimes, I think the greed takes everything, right? And then we just sit there and allow greed to autopilot. And when it goes crashing, then you're like, man, what happened? But we have to be reasonable. But we also know that we're in it. We're submerged in crypto right now because we're learning about it every single day. So sometimes you feel like you know too much, or you're too comfortable, or what is it that you don't know? And then that could actually influence how much you size your portfolio. There's also risks, right? I always blame myself first. I don't go about telling, oh my gosh, somebody said that. No, I listen to everybody. I hang out with everybody to try to learn as much as I can. Because if I use the information and I'm able to moderate how much I put in the market, if it goes poof, I'm okay, because I didn't just go crazy on it, right? But most people do that. Please, if this is your first time hearing, just know this. There are a lot of opportunities ahead of us. There are opportunities right now that you can take and watch how the market plays out. But we all know that we're in a very good cycle right now because, by the end of 2026, some people are projecting that. But 2025, we all know there's a lot of good things that could happen. But there could also be some black swan. That's why it's a black swan, because you just never know it's going to happen. It will happen. So always put it at the back of your mind that there could be a curveball. And that curveball could affect everyone, because nobody knows what that is. As we sit right now, before Election Day, nobody knows what could potentially happen. And if you're afraid of your portfolio and you don't know what to do and you have money sitting on the sideline, I think the best thing you could do is to keep cash at hand and then watch. You may lose in the market because if something happens, because there's also the event we call the positive black swan, okay? If that happens and you're sitting on cash, you lose, right? But if something happens and you think that, okay, I could put a little bit in the market, like most of us do, and the positive black swan happens, you win, right? Again, there's a book called The Black Swan. You can go read that and you'll learn a lot about some of these dynamics, right? And it'll help you kind of reason and not just delegate everything to people. Like everybody here, like I'm a random person. I don't know anything. I'm just learning and sharing. That's what I do. So you don't want to believe in what I say, right? Believe in yourself and what you put your money into, right? Because nothing here is like, oh yeah, conviction. Hey, go. By the way, my last question to Zach and Pete. Can anybody point me to a bot that I can program to, let's say I can set it up to, get me rich quick? That's kind of the top. Like these bots are so smart and everybody's, the bots are front running. I want a bot that I can program to get me rich really quick and do it really, really, really well. Okay? There's noise and talk. I'm not getting tired.
Yo.
Can somebody?
I am a robot. You can send me your seed phrase, and I will help you make more money. Money. I will send more money. Seed phrase, please. Thank you.
And look, one quick thing I do want to say, what people don't realize, when Zach said 10 years, I'm pretty sure people are like, oh my God, 10 years. Ethereum is almost 10 years old. BNB is 7 years old. Dodge is what, like 12 years old already? And then we got Shiba. Remember Shiba? Shiba's already 4. It's going to be 5 years for Shiba. So, it is all about time in the market. Not all projects are going to make it, but it's all about time in the market. And that's how you're able to exit as a millionaire from these projects, just being time there, the liquidity growing, and then actual money being in the project where you can cash out. And man, at the end, it's just time in the market, and that's what. Hey, I know crypto. We take profit, but again, it's all time in the market and patience.
Yo, Mutasco, by the way, I know you just mentioned VeChain. I DCA'd in the last 3 days in the VeChain, just trying to add to that position. VeChain's my favorite project, to be honest, guys. I love Cardano, my project on Cardano, but VeChain outside of Cardano, VeChain's my favorite project, and it has been since last cycle. I think it's going to do very well this year, or this cycle, I guess you said. This year's what was over.
I haven't looked into VeChain, actually.
It's the first real world asset project, basically. You should. And what's crazy about them is VeChain is one of the only cryptos that China gives a pass to, because basically VeChain does inventory tracking and stuff like that, and it's already used in China. And China, China doesn't even use fucking Bitcoin until recently, right? But they've been using VeChain throughout the whole bear cycle. So VeChain's super bullish. Not financial advice.
So, Pete, what happened with what was the news you said on Cardano that somebody quit?
Yeah, I pinned it to the top. I'm talking to her right now in the back channel. Sabrina left IOHK, which is their lead marketing and infrastructure division that Charles founded when he founded Cardano. They don't hold the treasury anymore, so it's not like she or anyone could affect that because it's decentralized 100% now. But she did leave as a marketing person. And I pinned it to the top so you can see all the stuff she was working on and stuff she did. I just talked to her. She said in the new year she's going to come hang out on the show and talk about stuff.
Yeah, she should come to the show so I could tell her how great of a job she did marketing Cardano.
Yo.
Listen, her job's not to market Cardano. Her job is to do fucking whatchamacallit, Dubai. They were just in Dubai. All the stuff they're doing down in South America. Rare Evo. She was probably at Singapore. She's that person. She's the front facing for IOHK. Well, was front facing for IOHK, not Cardano itself.
Hey, real quick, because Gas Station did their giveaway, so make sure you guys are getting in on this. It's a response post to the original space, I think. Hold on, let me make sure. Where the heck did it go? Yeah, here it is. Wait, I just saw it. Where the hell did y'all put it here? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's on here. Reply to this comment. I'm going to retweet the comment. I just reposted the comment on my main page. So go there and drop a number 1 to 50 for your chance to win $50. Hey, Paid, real quick. We are about 10 minutes away from closing it up today, guys. Did we, I typed in there yesterday and I have not been back in. Do we know how the hell to do a giveaway within Telegram?
From one has mentioned a bot or two. I feel like Zach from Subway should have the answer to this. He's a Telegram.
Can anybody help us out? Man, I'm terrible with this tech shit. And we'll do more. We'll do more of these giveaways if somebody tells us how the hell to put a bot in there.
I gave you a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, there's a response to the TG or two or whatever. I don't think there's too many Telegram bots that are out there. I think there's one bot for Telegram, and it's real choppy. So somebody posted it in the TG. So if you want to check it out, it should be there.
That's a business idea for somebody. Somebody ought to freaking make that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I'm making a sell and buy bot for Mutasco right now as we speak.
Yeah.
It could be a pineapple tapper.
Zach, I messaged you on Telegram about the I think is the right one, but go look at it.
You messaged me on X or on TG, Summers?
On Telegram, on TG.
In our group or just individually?
Individually.
Okay. Summers, what's your TG if you plan, or what's it start with?
It's Summers.
Okay.
Same thing.
I got you. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I like it. Thanks, bro. This is perfect. Boom. I'm sending this to you. And
imagine the Rosebot wins. What do we do? Send Rosebot some $50 or whatever it is.
Yeah, just let her stack her chips. Let's see here. Who else? Anybody else want to jump? Man, this has been kind of a weird day. There's like nothing going on.
Doesn't C-Fund have one of those things for the TG too? Doesn't C-Fund have something like that?
No, it's a tip and gamble bot.
Yeah.
You can tip people. I mean, but then you do have to fund the wallet. So
yeah, I just thought we could add something else to it or something. Maybe that was an extra that we didn't know about.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with that. So I talked to him. No, I would know about it if it came out. But I'll look into this thing Zach sent us.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And let's just make sure it's like legit. Hey, here's something here. Ripple exploring a partnership with ex-PayPal CFO. That's interesting. Hey, here's a VeChain article.
I do love me some VeChain. Like I said, I've been stacking the last 3-4 days. VeChain, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
They've got a dual token system boosting VeChain's long-term value in the enterprise blockchain space. It's well positioned for future success due to its focus on solving real-world problems, particularly in supply chain management. I know they're already working with Walmart China, where its blockchain enhances transparency, traceability, and efficiency. And then, I think they're doing something with that high-end wine industry or something, or high-end luxury items, right? But
yeah, it's all about tracking and putting chips into basically everything. And then you can. What's cool about it is I worked in Target a while ago, and you're in the back room stocking shelves or looking for items, and the items are just missing. You can't find it. So the VeChain aims basically not only this, but they basically aim to so you don't never lose an item again. It's sort of blockchain. It's it has to be here. Unless someone stole it, it has to be in this location. But stores right now, they have an amount of loss that, again, I worked at Target for 5-10 years, and as a manager or whatever, but they have a allocated amount of loss they can have as a company and as a store. So stuff gets lost all the time. They don't give a fuck because it's already, in their books, X amount's gonna be lost per year, either to damages, theft, or, just someone misplacing something. So what VeChain aims to do from the, supply loss standpoint is track everything, put it on the blockchain. So if something is missing, they said, oh, on this day, it was here, it was, produced on this block. We can see it here. It's supposed to be here. Why isn't it here? And they can help people track or businesses track things a lot better. And they were the first, in my opinion, I mean, I could be wrong. Mutasco can probably correct me. They were the first real world, quote unquote, asset chain to be released that was successful. And again, they're in China. Again, China doesn't do crypto. Like they're getting back into Bitcoin now, but the only thing that was quote unquote legal in China was VeChain. And just think about how many people are in China alone. And, you know, like the UFC has partnerships with VeChain now. There's chips in the boxers' gloves now, or the fighters' gloves, technically, in the fighters' gloves that track the performance of the hits. Like, you know, how hard they're hitting, how fast they're hitting, how many times they hit. And, you know, that could go into, you know, just professional boxing also. Because people would love to see those stats. You know, there's people, you know, people love sports and they love stats and shit. So, you know, it's like, oh, fucking, I don't know, Conor McGregor got hit like, you know, 150 times from his fist or from whoever's fist. They can track that shit and it's in the gloves. And what's kind of cool about it is what they have found out is they've been giving away gloves that have those chips in it with, you know, the stats attached to them. Like, oh, Conor McGregor got hit, you know, 35 times in the head in round 1 or round 2 or whatever. These are the gloves that hit him with it. Like, it's kind of gimmicky, but it's kind of what they're doing because, you know, VeChain is a big partner for the UFC. So I'm really bullish on VeChain, have been since last cycle. Got in under a penny last cycle, right about, and it went to 27 cents. I think, not financial advice, they hit $1. This is just.
Did you take profits?
They're gonna hit $1. Yes, I did take some profits.
Good.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah, VeChain took profits. This cycle, I think $1 is in the cards for sure. I want to start DCAing out a little bit around 60, 70 cents to 90 cents.
Really? You think it's going to go? You think it's going to 50x?
Yeah. I mean, dude, they already hit. Listen, it's a 3x from all-time highs. Why the fuck not? All-time highs for 27 cents. You double it, you get right around 50.
Well, it kind of goes back to that point. It goes back to that point that Zach made. Like, are all of these tokens going to go set new all-time highs again? I mean, like, I just, last cycle was my only cycle, so I don't really know. Like, I mean, it's like, it's hard to judge. Maybe all the top 100 just.
With VeChain, yeah, but with VeChain it's different though because they have a real use. Like they just signed, what was it, yesterday, from that investment fund in Boston. Opening up access to VeChain to hundreds of billions of dollars, if not going into the trillions. Like the amount of capital that's going to start flowing into VeChain, in my opinion, is going to be stupid. It's going to be stupid. And again, they're already being used. The UFC is already using them. Walmart China is going to use them. That means probably Walmart America at some point is going to be using them. It's just, to me, it's already in use. Like it's already used. It's already proven to work. So people are going to use it. Like think about like medical supplies and shit. Think about like disaster relief and shit. Think about like everything that can be tracked now utilizing VeChain and other real world assets trackers and that might come after. But like VeChain it's going to be used by, in my opinion, basically every major supplier, wholesale. I can't speak right now, so it's fucking tired. Whole supplier, FedEx type people, like fucking even the U.S. Postal Service, any of these fucking entities, they're going to start using VeChain. It's a matter of time. But this is just my opinion. This is just my take.
No, that's fair. I mean, it'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting to watch play. I'm with you. I think there's a lot to. I liked VeChain quite a bit back in 2021. Still do. I just, I've adjusted some things to maybe chase like some newer type projects just because people love to chase the shiny object. You know what I mean? In crypto. And when I'm looking at it, though, I mean, you're right. They've got great partnerships with the UFC, Walmart China, BMW. I mean, and what they're doing is definitely making supply chain management way easier. They're solving a real world problem there with supply chain. And I think, they're arguably the biggest player in that space. I don't think anybody's doing more than them right now in that space. So it'll be interesting to kind of watch it play out. It's definitely a nice sleeper in the top 100. I like it. But guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap today's show up.
Mutasco just came back up, Zach. I don't know if you wanted to add something.
Did he have his hand up? I might have missed it.
He literally just got back on stage.
Oh, and we got to do the giveaway. We got to do the giveaway for gas station too. Do we want to do it on the space?
Yeah, I mean, I got the randomizer wheel 1 through 50 ready to go. So you tell me when you want me to spin it, and I'll spin it.
All right, epic. Let's do. We'll let Mutasco jump in, and then we'll spin it up. So don't go anywhere for the giveaways coming right after this.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, cool. No, there's a space actually. I mean, there's a lot of rundown on this, to be honest. And for anybody who's heard me for the past 3 years, that's how I got into crypto, VeChain. And sometimes you have to learn the hard way. I always look at things based on what I research, and that's it. Now, Sonny Lou, I've never met him. I've only heard him. I know his story, where he began. When it comes to partnerships, they're way ahead on top of our list. How it's not reflecting on the price, that's none of my business. My goal is to hold it as long as I can because I see what they're doing. I believe in it. And that's also biased because of my field and what I do, because they've done a lot for a very long time. And when you're building real stuff, it's sometimes not easy. It's not quick. There's a report by, I think it's Paid. Are you aware of the Sami contract in the UK?
Off the top of my head, no.
So Ripple is having a relationship with SBI in Japan, and all of they call it supply chain finance, right? You have a manufacturer, you have a supplier, you have people that buy the product. So along the value chain, there's transactions. So invoice have to be paid, invoices have to be generated. There's about globally close to $17 trillion in this market. Just look up supply chain finance addressable market. That is the type of market that Ripple is going into. That's why I've held my Ripple for a long time and will continue to hold it. I could be wrong, but I would rather be wrong on the right side of history than being wrong flat out on some random Twitter handler. So that's literally my rationale for holding some of these assets. And VeChain is part of the list, right? I don't know how long it's going to take, but they do a lot of things that make sense to me from the sustainability side. And for anybody who doesn't know, go look up SBTI, okay? And you look at climate action and what it actually means. At some point, carbon capture, sustainability, forget about the ESG crap that people like to talk about, but just go and look up the website's SBTI, I think it is. It's science-based targets, it's called. Walmart is in that. They have a project called Project, I forgot the name of the project, but it has to do with, tracking their carbon footprint. VeChain is ahead of a lot of blockchain-based ecosystems. I can tell you that. If you know anyone, show me, and I'll try to do a deep dive about it and inform myself. But that's what I know, and I know a lot about this ecosystem. The thing is, I own it, and I own it because I'm glad I own it because it's not like I have to, when is it going to go public so I can buy it? No, I own it because I believe that if they do well, obviously the stock or the token is going to do well as well. So that's my thesis behind VeChain. The Sami contract is big deal because it's like it's almost like I'm waiting for them to set up VBay. It's like eBay, but VBay. And what I mean by the VBay is that, it's called, I think it's Sami in the UK. They're like inventory monetization firm, right? So if you take Target, Amazon, Walmart, just go look up their financials under assets. You go on the current assets, there's inventory. Some of the inventory that these companies hold is in the billions. And what the solution does is it helps you monetize your inventory. That's a big deal. If you're somebody who's in supply chain, you understand what the implications of that is, you will know what I'm talking about. So again, there's a lot I can say about VeChain. I just like to plug myself in and know what I hold, and that is the basis for which I continue to hold it for the long haul. It's not based on some guy's influence, none of it. I do my research, I figure out what I want. If it go to zero, it's on me. Blame myself, don't blame anybody. And that's how I roll. I'm not saying go buy VeChain. It's not any financial advice. In fact, don't buy it. I want to be the only one riding that Lambo, because that's how.
Yo, I agree. Yo, me and you, Tasco, me and you in that Lambo. No one else. Yeah, and actually, he's right. No one else buy it. Like I want to be in this shit by myself. But also, like, what's cool about VeChain is, like Tasco said, and like Mara always says, they survived the bear market and been building the whole time. Like, it wasn't like they disappeared. It wasn't like they went away. They're still in the top 100. Like, I remember when they weren't even in the top 100. I was there for those days. So not only did they survive the bear, but they survived, potentially getting knocked out of the top 100. Now that could still happen. Who knows? Like, there's new projects and this shit every day. But they survived the bear, top 100, been building the whole time, and they just announced that partnership. I think it was last week with that Boston investment firm. Like, it's huge. It's 100% going to be crazy. And this is one of those things where I don't actually mind holding throughout the whole bull run and almost round trip in my bag. Almost. I didn't say round trip, but almost round trip in my bags, because I think I'm going to always have at least 20 to 30% of VeChain just in my portfolio as like a retirement fund.
I like it. I like it. All right, let's go down to gas station for the giveaway. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. All right. Gonna spin it right now.
And gas station sitting right now at basically 200K market cap. Been on a slow,
200K, Zach.
Little slow uptrend. I like it, man.
Let's see. All right, slowing down. And the number is 29. 29 is the number.
20, I see a 27. I think it's a 27 for Ike.
So 27 for Ike. Congratulations. You got $50 in Genu Moonbag. Don't forget to go on to our TG.
So IYKE, the app name.
Wait, everyone hold. I see a 28.
Oh, do you?
Yes, sir. I see a 28.
Oh shit.
I have those elven eyes from Lord of the Rings. You know what's your elven eyes see? Like thing.
Oh yeah. Crypto Moon is a 28.
Did they just post it though?
1 minute ago.
Hold on.
Yeah, bro. They try to sneak in there.
These fucking.
Yeah, they try to sneak in there. Come on now, y'all. Yeah, we got to go with IYKE.
No. Wait, Zach. No, this one I'm looking at right now was 33 minutes ago, 28.
Wait,
where is it?
It's not popping up for me.
Crypto Hog.
I don't see that.
I see it.
You're looking on the main. Okay, so yeah. Okay.
Hold on, I'll pin it to hold on.
Refresh your screen before you look again, because sometimes there's been people that are in there that don't show.
I just pinned it to the top.
Yeah, because they didn't post it within the comments. So but, that kind of was an after fact. So
they posted it on a comment on the space. Is that what happened?
Space, yeah.
Yeah, Crypto Hop. Okay, all right, yeah. We'll award it. I mean, that was still a comment, and it was 33 minutes ago, so they were definitely listening. And Crypto Hoff is requesting. Sure. He's always here. We'll bring him up. This is him right here. He's always in the space too.
What about 24? I mean, I was close enough.
Bro.
Mars like tried like hell.
I won. Mars, suck it.
Because you cried yesterday because Postman won before you did.
Bro, when you start to talk AI, it's like you're slowly coming out of a tunnel. Every time it's like you start in a tunnel and then your head just pops out of the tunnel at the tail end of the sentence, bro.
I think it's slow.
It's like he's swimming to the surface, and it's like, okay, guys, I'm out of the water now. I think what? What?
I think he's got the damn phone to his mouth. That's why
he could. Yeah, he could be holding that. Oh, he's driving. Okay.
That makes sense.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Hey, appreciate you guys.
we have that pinned up top gas station. So if you want to, link up with them and send that'd be great.
Yeah, Crypto, who is that? Crypto Hugh, right?
Crypto Hugh, yeah, he's up here. Yeah, go ahead, Crypto Hugh. Jump in, man.
Crypto Hugh, you got it, brother.
Crypto Huff. That's what I thought. That's what I said. That's what I said. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Send me a message, brother.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, Mars, suck it, baby. I'll hit you up in the top.
Love it.
I just
Jesus
I thought
Christ.
it was probably Postman trying to another profile. You know how he is.
Oh, that was probably it too. Yeah. He probably was the one that posted 2 minutes ago. Tried to slip in 28. Oh shit. Hey guys, it was a fun one. Good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? So last space of the day. Can't wait for that.
Last space of the week, Zach.
Or yeah, last space of the week, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
Hey Zach, real quick, if you don't mind, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So don't forget too, tomorrow, guys. Like this is gonna be a big one. So everybody be on here because we are giving away. Again, we're gonna just announce it that day. It's either gonna be $100 or $150 giveaway. All right. So be on here. Support the Breakfast Club. Follow everybody. Follow us.
Let's go, bro. Love it. Yeah, and check out.
Also, don't forget, Catch a Meme is going to be sponsoring a space as well for tomorrow. So definitely check them out. They will be here tomorrow, hanging out with us as well as Gas Station, Ethereum, and the whole crew. The whole crew is going to be here.
Let's go. That'll be good stuff. Yeah, make sure you guys follow Gas Station. Hop in the TG, see what they're up to. Ethereum, same thing. They had to drop down, but check out them. And then we got some fun sponsors coming up, man. I'm talking to some interesting ones too. And so the more the merrier here on the Crypto Breakfast Club. Let's try to bring people up into space. And that's what it's all about. That's why you come here, for your news, alpha, different plays, different ways to navigate the markets. And that's what we do here every single Monday through Friday. So appreciate you guys. Thanks again for everybody out there. Yeah.
Zach, Crypto Postman has his hand up. He got on stage. He snuck on.
All right. We'll give him a word. He's chomping at the bit to get back in Mar, I think.
No. I mean, why would I? I mean, I already said I wasn't going to jump in until Friday to a couple of people because that's when it's open to everybody again. So I want other people to jump in to Genu. And that's the best way to do it. So, Mar, you didn't win again. Too bad. That's about it. I mean, it's a great show as always, Zach. You guys are always right on the money and stuff. And, I was listening while I was driving, and I was like, oh, shit, I got to pull over this. They're bringing my name up again. Come on, Mar. Every damn time.
Are you driving in your truck right now?
Yes, I'm in my mail truck parked on the side of a busy two-way.
Forward over delivering mail to the wrong address.
Yeah, well, what else am I going to do? Oh, and as far as AI, doesn't that sound more like Turtleneck Inu? Where his head's popping in and out while he's trying to talk?
Dude, yeah, that's perfect. That's okay. All right. Somebody's got it. Well, we already, never mind.
You guys heard that? Zach got so flustered. That's how Zach is around women. He just gets flustered.
Doubt it.
But yeah, no, Zach, again, appreciate you. Let me jump on real quick. Like I said, I'm driving. I'm on the side of the fucking road. And
hey, bro, that's epic.
Great space. You guys are awesome as well as everything else. And have a good day, guys. It's Thursday, and you got all the knowledge and alpha you needed just by being in this space.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro. And shout out to all the people on the live streams, YouTube Live, X Live. Right around 1,000 people with us over there on the live stream today. Yesterday was wild. Yesterday we had up to 3,000 people across everything. So, yeah, a lot of people listening in over there on YouTube and X Lives. Appreciate you guys and everybody right here on this space. As always, bro. Bros and everybody and gals. Appreciate you guys. Pate, I can't fucking speak today, dude. I got to go.
You're awful.
Terrible.
Oh, God, you're fucking awful. Just
terrible.
This space. Just
terrible. I haven't taken my vitamins yet, man. I haven't taken my vitamins.
Just rug this space. Just end it.
All right, we're done. See you tomorrow. Peace.
Rug it.
Zach, take some Geno. You'll be better.
Oh, shit.